Welcome to PROFITIZE training video. In this video, you will learn how to manually enter other services expense in PROFITIZE. Click on the Transactions tab. Click on the Add Transaction button. Click on the Buy button. Click on the Services button. Click on the Other Services button. Click on the Received Service button if already received this service. Otherwise, click on the Receive Service Later button. Click on the Not Paid button if you did not pay in advance for other services. Otherwise, click on the Fully Paid button or the Partially Paid button, as appropriate. In this example, let's click on the Not Paid button. Click on the Fully Paid button if you paid fully upon receiving utilities. Otherwise, click on the Not Paid button or the Partially Paid button, as appropriate. In this example, let's click on the Fully Paid button. Click on the Direct button if the other services expense can be directly linked to the production of specific goods or services, including payments to subcontractors hired to complete specific services for customers, costs for external consultants providing specialized services directly related to a project or service delivery, wages for temporary workers hired for specific projects, costs of materials purchased from suppliers and used directly in providing services, costs of renting equipment specifically for a service project or to deliver a particular service, fees for software directly used in providing services to customers, professional fees for legal, accounting, or other professional services directly related to fulfilling customer contracts, etc. Otherwise, click on the Indirect button if the other services expense cannot be directly linked to the production of specific goods or services, including general administrative services, like accounting and bookkeeping services, legal services for general business matters, and IT support and maintenance, professional fees like audit fees, tax preparation services, and regulatory compliance services, office-related services like cleaning and janitorial services, security services, and maintenance services for office equipment, employee-related services, like payroll processing services, employee training programs, and recruitment agency fees, etc. Now that you have successfully answered all category questions regarding the transaction related to other services expense, you will need to start entering other details of your transaction in the input fields. Note that input fields with asterisks are required fields, where you must enter data. Required input fields are followed by optional input fields, where you should enter as much data as possible. Click on the calendar icon. Click on, for example, July 5, 2024 to set the date the other service was received. Click on the VAT amount required input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, 15, for example. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the amount including VAT required input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, 115, for example. Click on the percent of cost allocated to production required input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, 60, for example, meaning 60% of this expense should be allocated to your production or manufacturing cost. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Click on the supplier business name required input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, Supplier Limited A, for example. Click on the supplier BIN or VAT number optional input field, and enter, or select from the searchable drop-down list, the supplier's BIN or VAT number, for example, this 9-digit number. Click on the Next button to move to the next screen. Continue to enter data in the required input fields and optional input fields, and, finally, click on the Finish button. In this video, you learned how to manually enter other services expense in PROFITIZE. For more training videos, visit PROFITIZE YouTube channel.